fields of glory where heroes.
My grandfather passed away back in October of 2024, and I was given his medals and his flag and asked to make a shadow board. So here I have sketched out my vision, and I'm going to start cutting the boards for it. I've laid out his medals and the areas that they're supposed to be laid out on, and you'll see where I positioned those as well. Here I have all of my grandfather's things outlined on his memorial. I even included how they would be on his uniform if we had it. There's his tie clips, and he had an honorary deputy badge I even included on there too. Here I am cutting the boards down to width, specified by the thickness of the flag. I wanted to make sure that everything was uniform and that it flowed together, so I had some extra laying around, and here I am just making sure I got it all to fit. Now I'm making the little indents, also called a dado, for both the plexiglass and the actual memorial piece itself. So I use a 3/8 inch cut, and then I'll take it and I'll adjust it several times until I get the exact thickness that I'm looking for. Now, in order to make the triangle, I had to go on quite a few angles, and because of that, I am taking another board and actually clamping it to it in order to get the angle that I'm looking for. Just remember to be safe here. Mine did start to get stuck, so I pulled it out and I tried it again to make sure I got it through. It is a very large blade sitting out there, so you don't want to get cut. So now I've gone ahead and I put my triangular piece together. I wanted to put in this nice felt to make sure it stayed nice and soft. So here I am using just stereotypical hot glue onto the backer board that I've installed. I will go through and apply throughout the entire piece. And then I did notice that one of my cuts was a little crooked, so I'll take a little piece here and fill in that little gap. Now that this piece is all done, I'll sit and put the flag in, making sure that it fits nice and snug right before I start applying the plexiglass. Now yes, this plexiglass is technically chipped on the top corner. It's my first time ever cutting plexiglass. Just note, go nice and slow, make sure your blade is brand new, and that it's properly clamped down. Mine got away from me right away in the beginning, and after that I learned. Now here I have done the same thing on our square piece with all of the memories on it. Here I am taking edge banding and I'm ironing it on so that we don't have to see all of the pieces of the plywood. And you can see my little helper, he's sitting here making sure I hold it nice and steady. Technically you can buy a cutter for this. I don't have one. I do highly recommend though if you're going to do quite a few projects. I did end up going and sanding because the cutter I didn't feel was effective enough of removing the remaining portion. My banding I bought was for up to 1 inch. I'm using 3/4, so I have about 1/4 that I need to remove. Seeing as this is plywood, I did, yes, make my son wear proper PPE so that he didn't breathe in all the dust that comes with this. He does enjoy watching me, and I just want to make sure that he learns the proper safety while he's doing these things. He's also much closer to it in his face, so it's a good idea. And here's the finalized piece after it's been sanded and the glass has been washed. And then I took the opportunity to put the flag on top here as well. Now it's time to start the bottom piece. So this is where I want to take my grandfather's photo and the bullets that they had from his funeral and place it next to it along with his dog tags. Now I know there's usually more than 5 bullets, but that's all they were able to give to us after the funeral, so I wanted to make sure I captured them. I'm simply just hot gluing them into position with the felt that I put in place on the flag as well. Now here I am getting the dog tags positioned into how I want them to look. I too will take hot glue and get them into position so that it stays once it is hanging on the wall. It is now time to put this last piece together. So I am doing it in sections. So the flag, I had slid the plexiglass on because I wanted the opportunity to be able to remove the flag and hang it up at another time if we wanted to. With this piece, I'm not looking to open it up, so I do need to put it all together at once. This was rather difficult with how windy it was this day. So I will take it later and I will just nail one corner together and then lay it flat and put the rest of the pieces together afterwards. That seemed to help.
Fields of green and seas so blue.
And now I'm just going to glue that final piece on and then take my brad nailer and nail the edges together.
Courage strong and heart so true, they stood up tall for one and all. Veterans, we salute you today. For your service we humbly pray. Your courage and spirit will always stay in our hearts forever and a day.
The last piece of this is putting on the brackets on the back. I wanted to make sure that these would stay together well when they were hung. So put these brackets on, and then I will also put the piece for hanging it up on my grandmother's wall.
Veterans, we salute you today. For your service we humbly pray. Your courage and spirit will always stay in our hearts forever and a day.
Once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, feel free to like, share, comment, or subscribe.